Today's session we are going to learn about types of powders. Powders are mainly divided into two types. First one is divided powders and bulk powders. Divided powders are the powders which are unit dose powders. They are of again two types, that is simple powder and compound powder. These simple powders are the powders which mainly contains only one ingredient. They may be crystalline or amorphous in nature. Here the varied powder is wrapped as a individual doses. And next one is compound powders. These are the powders which mainly contains two or more ingredients. These ingredients are mixed together and then they are divided into doses. Next type of powders are bulk powders. They are mainly supplied in bulk quantities. The patient will consume according to his use. Generally these are supplied in sifted top containers. Bulk powders are dusting powders, effervescent powders, dentifrices, insufflations, douches and snuffs. First one is dusting powders. A powder is used on the skin to reduce the irritation or absorb the moisture and to keep the skin soft and comfortable. So this is the main use of dusting powders. Generally dusting powders are used externally for the local application and they are not intended for a systemic action. They are applied to the various parts of the body as lubricants, protectants, absorbents, antiseptics, astringents, antiperspirant actions. They are supplied in very fine state for effectiveness. In order to get the fine state of a powder, the powder should be passed through sieve number 80 and 100. So the dusting powders should be very fine and amorphous in nature. What are the characteristics of a dusting powder means? The dusting powder should be a homogeneous in nature. It should not be irritant. It should have a free flowing nature in order to flow through the container freely. At the same time, they should have a good spreadability. So as these preparations are intended to applied on the skin, they should need a spreadable character. They should also have a good absorption and adsorption properties. So this adsorption is a surface phenomena. By this, the powder gets stick to the skin. By the absorption, it shows therapeutic effect. Dusting powders usually contain substances such as zinc oxide, starch, magnesium carbonate, magnesium oxide, boric acid, kaolin. Here I am giving the formula for a dusting powder, that is RX, zinc oxide, salicylic acid, starches, talc in various amounts. So by using this formula we will compound the dusting powder and then label the product with for external use only. And the next category of the powders are the effervescent powders. These are the specially prepared solid dosage form of medicaments which are meant for internal use. Here they mainly contains the medicament, that is active pharmaceutical ingredient, which is mixed with citric acid, tartaric acid and sodium bicarbonate. These are all the key ingredients for the effervescent powders. So sometimes we will use saccharin as a sweetening agent in the powder preparation. So before administration, the desired quantity is dissolved in water. Here what happens means the acid bicarbonate reacts together producing a effervescence, that is releasing of a carbon dioxide. So this mixture should be taken while effervescing. So this effervescence mainly masks the unpleasant odor of a drug. This is how we will administer the effervescent powders. Here we will adopt two types of methods for the preparation of an effervescent powder. The first method is fusion method and second one is wet method. In fusion method, what will happen means all the ingredients are placed in a porcelain dish and then kept on a water bath. So due to the application of the heat, what will happen is the ingredient will release this water. So the released water is sufficient for the powder to form a hard mass. So then this mass is passed to the sieve number 20 to get the granules. So these granules are dried properly at 60 degrees centigrade in a oven, and then these granules are passed through the sieves to get a fine granules. Okay, this is how we will prepare the effervescent powder. And the next method is wet method. In this method, all the ingredients are wetted with alcohol or non-alcoholic solvents. By the use of the solvent, we will get the hard mass. So after that, repeat the same process as that of the fusion method. That is passing the mass through the sieves and then dry the granules and then again pass the granules through the sieves to get the fine granules. So this is how we will get the effervescent powder. So what is the difference between this fusion method and wet method means? In fusion method, we will apply the heat. The name itself indicates the fusion. We will apply the heat to get the wet mass. So whereas in case of wet method, directly we will add the solvent to get the wet mass. So from the mass we will prepare a powder. So here I am giving the formula for the effervescent powder. So the key ingredients for the effervescent powder are obviously sodium bicarbonate, citric acid and tartaric acid. So example for the marketed preparation of the effervescent powder is ENO. So here I am showing how ENO will works. Here I take a glass full of water and ENO. Now I am adding the ENO into the glass of water. See how the effervescence will releasing. So now take this content as it is before ceasing the effervescence. Thank you for watching this video. Please do subscribe to our channel for more and more videos.